So I grew up in a home where when I was 11, my father passed away. But even in the absence of my father, a patriarch in the home, it was interesting how we still had access. My mom still had access to the power of the priesthood. Can you explain that a little bit, Patrick, for us so we can all understand how God can bless all lives, can bless our homes, even when a priesthood holder may not be present?
So sometimes we make the mistake of equating priesthood with men. But the priesthood, of course, is simply the power of God. And in his love and in his mercy, he gives that power to us. Now, in some ways, he does that through particular orders of the priesthood, like the Melchizedek priesthood and the Aaronic priesthood, and then there are keys attached to those things to do very particular parts of the work of God. But President Oakes, for instance, has taught that when we act with authority, whether it be in the church or in the home, when we're doing the work of God, we are authorized to do so. And he says, when we act in God's name and with his authority, what other authority is there other than the priesthood? So mothers don't have the Melchizedek priesthood. That's not a Melchizedek priesthood office, mother, right? But as we work in the home, as we call upon the powers of heaven, right, that power that God sends into our lives, that is priesthood power. Part of the problem is we use one word to describe lots of different things, right? Priesthood can sometimes we use it to talk about the holders of offices within the priesthood. Sometimes we talk about the order, the organization of the church, right? But in its purest sense, priesthood is the power of God that he sends to us. And anybody who's been into the temple and been endowed with power, what is that power? It is priesthood power, men and women alike. And so we can bring that power of God into our lives, into our homes. Of course, we love all of the things that offices and orders and organizations and ordination can do. But the church is not the home. And there are certain powers of God that happen within the home that God sends us. And what other authority is there? What other power is there other than God's power, the priesthood?